With the Dream SMP becoming one of the most popular Minecraft servers in history, and partially responsible for the resurgence of the game all the way back in 2020, you'd think that streamers and viewers alike would want to continue the server into a Season 2. Not only would Dream SMP help content creators like TommyInnit break multiple streaming world records, but nearly every creator who would post a video on the server would receive a tremendous amount of views. The Dream SMP was a cultural phenomenon, with even dedicated YouTube channels to post clips of their streams and full VODs receiving hundreds of thousands of subscribers. With this Minecraft server becoming so popular, why did it ultimately end? And why did the creators not want to return for a Season 2? If they did decide to do a Season 2, it would definitely do extremely well, regardless of if it lived up to its predecessor. So this is why Dream SMP Season 2 failed. I post weekly videos based on stories and dramas in the gaming community, so do be sure to subscribe if you enjoyed today's video. Most of you watching are probably not subscribed, so I would really appreciate it. Anyways, I hope you all enjoy. In order to understand why Season 1 ended, we first need to understand why it started in the first place. In May of 2020, Dream and a few friends would open up a Minecraft server under no specific name, simply to play survival Minecraft and have fun. At the beginning, they didn't think much of it and would stream the server consistently. Eventually, Dream decided he wanted to add a couple more members. TommyInnit would then be added to the server. From here, Tommy would begin making these crazy stories within the SMP, mainly relating to wars against Dream and his friends. This is when Tommy would start calling the server Dream SMP. He figured that putting Dream in the title of his videos would result in more views, and it's safe to say that that little trick worked. More people began joining the server and more stories were made. Over time, the server would grow to unbelievable heights, creating a fan base so strong that they would even get noticed by large-scale events like TwitchCon and eventually get their own panel. Additionally, nearly every member on the server would reach over 1 million subscribers on YouTube, and they would develop a collective fan base that any aspiring creator would dream of. The Dream SMP would last for a little over 2 years, until in November of 2022, where TommyInnit did the final stream on the server. In this stream, the entire world would be nuked, and various players in the server, including Dream, Tubbo, and Tommy, would be sent to a new world, hinting at a new season of the SMP, with a text near the end of the stream stating the server will return. However, it's been about 1.5 years later, and there's no sign of Dream SMP ever returning. But why would they ultimately decide to end a server that was so successful? Just a little while after the first season ended, Dream would begin preparations on the next season of the server. In a livestream done in early 2023, Dream stated that multiple new plugins were coded, and even the first few parts of the new storyline were ready.
But the thing is that everything was done, everything was ready. I had everything was coded for the Season 2. I have a whole document with all the new features, all the plans. We came up with like the initial like story. We did etc, and then just like shit didn't happen. And then I honestly lost motivation. And one thing that I said whenever whenever we discussed it later on was like, definitely once it ended up kind of not happening, it was my fault. But the reason that it got to that point is because just nobody was as motivated and nobody was as into it. And for a long period of time, and everyone got busy and everyone had in real life stuff, and there was periods of time where I would message people and people wouldn't reply about doing stuff, and then there was periods of time where I got messaged about stuff and I wouldn't reply. There was a lot of whatever, but then there was like a multi-month time period where I was just sitting there like, I don't know what to do. That's kind of that. I think that, I mean, as far as I know, the server's just up and it's been up, and anyone that's on and whitelisted can kind of do as they want, and it's not like it's getting shut down or anything. I know like Carl's talked about doing lore kind of outside of the SMP, but for his final stuff, and I think Quackity's talked about the same, because it's less like reliant on other people, I guess, to do things. When we were all saying, oh, it's gonna happen, it like was. Everything was done, everything was ready, and then it wasn't really.
Behind closed doors, it seems as though lots of Dream SMP members deal with a lot of drama split between multiple groups. Most of the members of Dream SMP lived in 2 separate continents. Some lived in North America, while others lived in Europe. It seemed as though for the duration of Dream SMP, members of each continent got along extremely well. However, over an extended amount of time, this would change dramatically. Despite it not being too public on the internet, Tommy and Dream have seemingly split their friendship over the past year or so. This can be confirmed in a Dream clip where he was showing Tommy and his girlfriend some of the songs he's been working on, where he stated, "When Tommy and I were still friends."
Back when Tommy and I were still friends,
I played him Everest, and he was like, that's my favorite out of all. I played him the whole EP, and I played him and his girlfriend as well.
Some more info comes from the fact that Tommy and Dream have unfollowed each other on Twitter and other social media sites. Despite this information, they've seemingly kept this behind the scenes, which is the most respectful way to deal with it in my opinion. However, keep in mind this is only a possibility. Tommy stated in the past, he and Dream would get in calls nearly every week and discuss ways that Tommy could improve his YouTube channel. And Tommy stated that Dream was a really good friend and has helped him out so much. Other than this, Tubbo and many of the Europeans have unfollowed members of the Dream team. This could also have to do with the many controversies that have surrounded Dream and his friends as of recently, but it's hard to tell. With the SMP divided, that's definitely a big factor on why the server ended, and especially why they're not going to be continuing into Season 2. The passing of Technoblade was a major factor in the SMP never coming out, as it was in development before he passed away. One of the parts of the new season's lore was that all the memories from Season 1 would be erased. Members of Season 1, including Philza and Niachu, didn't like this, as it would almost be as if everyone forgot Technoblade existed on the server.
I will not be in Season 2 of Dream SMP, at least not straight away. I thought about it a lot, and it's not something I would be comfortable doing with the current plan to have everyone forget their memories and stuff. Even if it is just like, oh, it's just friends hanging out on the server. Whenever we would do lore or anything sort of semi-serious, it became very apparent that I would have to just ignore every techno reference, anything to do with him in the story. I would have to like actively ignore it, and that would mean ignoring stuff that I want to do. I'm not going to be in Season 2 again, at least like not straight away. Never say never, but like I don't feel comfortable right now.
A possible way that they could combat this is to make Technoblade a legendary figure in the story, somebody that all the members knew about before the server even begins. They could also leave artifacts of some sort throughout the world in commemoration of Techno. However, this is only an idea that I've seen a lot of people talk about in comment sections and just everywhere. There could be tons of conspiracies made about why the server never came out. Was Dream just saying that the reason it didn't come out was to cover up that there's actually drama between members on the server? Or were members really just not as enthusiastic about the starting of the new season? It's something that we likely will never actually get the answer to. Quackity also started his own server called QSMP, which consists of many of the European members of Dream SMP, including Tubbo and Philza. They have all seemingly cut off Dream due to reasons that can only be assumed. Controversies between Dream and Quackity would also conspire around the time he created QSMP, due to Dream also announcing a server almost identical around the same time. Nothing would ultimately come from it though, as Dream made a response quickly, and Quackity completely ignored it. Overall, the reason that Dream SMP ended was likely a variety of reasons, but it's also a complete mystery. Anyways, if you all enjoyed this video, do be sure to check out the one on screen. It's about the story of Tubbo and how he's cursed by the Minecraft community. Also, please join my Discord with the link in the description, as I recently opened up my own public Minecraft server that anyone can join. Anyways, see you all in the next one.